Hey there. Welcome back to my digital diary. I just want to share the fact that I'm really grateful, deeply grateful, and happy because things have happened in a way that I didn't expect and didn't thought in my life. And I'm just basking in this beautiful help and collaboration and just connection and everything that I'm receiving. I'm just basking in like it's the sun. I want to say that the person that I'm working with right now, emotionally, has changed me for the better, and I just feel so, I don't know, like I can finally breathe. I can just finally be myself and just I can finally, take the help that is for me. And I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. I'm in a really good place, even though my life is at chaos right now. It doesn't matter. Just looking at the things that work instead of the things that don't, and that's something I'm not used to doing. And I'm just really surprised. But I just wanted to share really quick that I'm working with a beautiful person. I'm working with a coach. And this person actually does that for free for me. And I had a terrible year in 2025. I mean, most people did. It was just the year of the snake also, and then year meaning a lot of endings, a lot of finishing, a lot of cycles closing. That means a lot of shedding like snake. That means a lot of changes. That means feeling comfortable during the whole thing. But I just want to say that I just want to say, like, girl, just okay. So I had a really traumatic experience back in April of 2025, and it took so much time. I'm still working on it, right? To find safety in my body, because I had a near-death experience on April in Egypt. And the group of people that I was hanging out with, there was a therapist, a psychologist, who she just loved her work so much, but she didn't help me, not even for just a free session that she could do, or like not even for just paying her. She had really no want in actually helping me, which is crazy because for me, a person that I really wanted to study psychology, but I just don't agree with the whole system. That's the reason I didn't study that. But as a person who has studied psychology and has studied esoteric knowledge, and it's not just that I have studied, I have really just went through a whole journey personally to understand a lot of things psychology wise and esoteric wise, right? So I just have my own personal experience on it. But I'm a person that loves to help others, and I'm a person that I would like to be a coach, and I would like to be a therapist. I'm the person that I love to help. There are just some people who just born with this gift, which is like an endless want of help and an endless like, I don't know, knowledge and experience on such matters, because like we go through hardships in life, and that's what teaches us how to learn some things in order to teach that to others. And as a person who I love helping people and I want to study that, I've never been the type of person to see a person struggling and just not helping it. I'm the type of person that I really care so much and I want to help so much that I'm going to be there no matter what. So there was this girl who could help me but didn't. And then there was a therapist that I started working with on May till July that for financial reasons I had to stop. And I thought this was my person because she was also into spirituality. Well, really basic spirituality, but I I could talk about it without feeling like I'm an alien, or without feeling like they think I'm weird or delulu, or I need to see a psychiatrist or something, because a lot of therapists do not believe in spiritual things. So if you talk about a lot of things, they're gonna think you're crazy as psycho. And I thought she was my person because she was an intellectual, and I was just so happy I found her, because after my trip to Egypt, I wasn't feeling safe in my body. I wasn't feeling safe with myself. I wasn't feeling safe, period, with people, with the world, with everything. I actually, for a big period of time, I hated people. I didn't want to see them because people put me in such place to actually have a near-death experience. And the travel agency shitted on me so badly. It was just such a terrible, terrible, terrible experience. Sometimes I'm like, how did I just really got here? I was in Egypt and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get back home. It felt like a marathon. I felt like I put it all my energy. My body felt so hard to get back that I feel like my God and everything just lost so much energy, so much chi. um, and I was just, this therapist actually dropped me. Well, I told her that I have a financial problem and that I cannot continue with her, and she was like, yeah, it's okay. I told her that when I'm ready again, I'll I'll hit you up. And something really traumatic happened again to me, like some weeks after that. So I actually texted her and told her, like, if you just have some spot, if you can fit me in your schedule, whatever, it may be like a week from now or 2 weeks from now, I'll be happy to work with you, because something really traumatic happened to me. Had a whole hysteria episode, which for the first time ever happened in my life. And if you do not know what that is, it's neurologically really crazy. I couldn't feel my hands. My hands were like here, and I just couldn't control them. They had tightened up. My whole face had tightened up. It was a really crazy experience that I was going through because of pressure and anxiety. And I asked her for help, but she refused to work with me because she said that I work with people who have continuation, and they want to do the work. This bitch actually replied to me like I wasn't putting the work or something because I couldn't pay her 90 euros. And that's a crazy price for a therapist in here. Like, most therapists take for about 40 to 50 euros. Crazy freaking price. And it's not like it was like 1.5 hours or something. It was just 1 hour and that's it. Okay, like, crazy freaking price. And after that, I lost trust, because like, you have a person who has went through a lot on a trip, came back feeling so freaking unsafe. I had no one except my sister, and it was just so freaking crazy how everything went down. And you were my therapist, and I just asked for help, and you closed your door to me. Like, you could definitely do a free session, but you choose not to. And the way you're booked and the way you actually are being paid for the sessions is crazy. Like, it's not like you don't have money. You actually build a house with the money that you actually get in, like, in this country. And generally, like, how economy goes right now, you're crazy with your prices, and you're crazy, like, I don't know, just crazy. Okay. After that, I was just like, I have no trust. I don't think that thing works for me. I was feeling real terrible, actually, because I was like, this is the last time I'm really trying therapy. It's like I'll, with like a psychologist or something, because I have tried so many times, but it's just not fucking working with me. And as what Stacey said, this medical intuitive that I've been working from time to time since 2024. She was like, some people who are healers themselves cannot just fit into this system, and for me, I just cannot fit into the system. But fast forward, something happened. I got in touch with this CEO that is coaching for personal reasons, and I tried to work with a coach. A lot of things happened anyway that led up to me telling her that I need to take a pause for some personal matters. And she was like, we have some coaches that can work free with you if you want them. Actually, there's like a program right now for people who may need it. So I'm going to send you a form that you can fill in and, whatever. And I was like, yes, I need, oh, thank you. Thank you, that's her name. Shout out to her, I love her. She's a sweet person. I wish more CEOs were actually like her. And I filled the form. I said, like, I want free therapy, somatic therapy, that. And there was this person sending me an actual email. She was like, like, we can do kind of low price session. I was like, I don't know what that said to you, but I'm like, I cannot really pay and afford a session right now. If you can do it for free, that's good. If you cannot, that's actually fine. I was at this point in my life, which I was like, whatever. I just had to let go completely. I was like, whatever, like if this, I was expecting that this person may say, no, I don't do this thing. Because like most people work like that, right? Like a lot of therapists don't just do therapy and they don't just really help people. They just do that to just get money, and that's cool. That's beautiful that you're building safe and stability financially, but your job is to help people. So do not be walking around thinking you're Jesus when you're really not. Okay, do not be walking around thinking you're actually doing something. And she was like, we can work together and we can see how that goes. And I was like, what? Like, she really accept that? I was like, okay, I feel weird. And I just want you to know that I don't know if I rescheduled for the first time before we had this session, but like due to my hormonal issues and a lot of health issues and a lot of issues that are going around and here that we're living with our neighbors and how they actually affect my psychology and biology and hormones anyway, and my health. Sometimes I reschedule. I don't know if I reschedule in the first session we had, but she was so sweet. Every time I rescheduled for very personal reasons, she was so sweet. She never been harsh with me. She never been tough. She never said that, you need to be disciplined, do this and that, like she was, it's okay, relax. She even sent me a card when I was sick around Christmas, and I told her I have to reschedule 1 day before or 2 days before, because I was like, I'm sick, like, there's no way I'm gonna get into the session. And she actually sent me like a digital card on my email that I saw, I don't know, a week later, just very freaking late. But I'm like, just some people love to love people and love to help people, love to connect with people. And it turns out that it's also actually kind of reflects my life, and we resonate on some matters when it comes down to narcissistic parents and no contact. And she just gets me, and there's nothing more beautiful than a therapist actually getting you. And I actually was speaking to her today. We had a session and I loved that session. We had like 1 hour session. I woke out of that session different person. Before I was like, I had low energy. I was very close to her schedule. But after that session, bro, like went out and just became a different person. I was like shining, uplifted. Just, this person is helping me see myself in a much more beautiful way that I've ever seen myself. And it's not just what she says, it's the fact that there's a person actually caring for me, because like when she hears me, she hears the details, she pays attention. A lot of people do not. And it's just like how creative she is with the way she not also saying the things and having her own point of view, but like how she's doing things. And basically in our session today, I told her like, I really appreciate everything you're doing, because like you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do free sessions. You really don't have to do it. And it's like I am really happy and honored and grateful that you're actually doing it, because like you make a difference to this world. And she was like, yes, like because what's the point, because like if I'm going to make a difference, then if I believe, she also told me like, I believe that it is really a crime and a cool thing to not have someone helping you, or to not have therapy just because you cannot have money. And she told me like, I love what I do, I love helping people. And and she was like, actually, she told me like, I actually told Des that I don't want to have free clients anymore, but then you came. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And she was like, she told me like, I felt like it was meant to be. And I was like, shut up. And she was like, I want to make a difference, because like we want more human in the job. And I was like, yes, thank you. And the way this person works with me, just, I have never worked with a person in my life this beautifully. And even if she told me tomorrow that would stop, I can no longer see you, she has given me so many tools that just I'll be grateful for the rest of my life. And I'm doing this video to actually say that real people exist, people who care exist, and everything happens on the right timing. Sometimes when we let go is when the magic happens. And because I did not know that I would find such a person for free, and a person that is willing to work with another person because they love their job. Okay, I never thought that. And I never thought the person I would work with would teach me discipline in such a soft, beautiful way that actually works for my nervous system and for me. Because like, just a simple thing today, to document this, maybe this helps you. So I actually told her like, I want to get into the academy, right? Like I want to have some lessons, but I just can't, because like due to my health issues, I cannot trust myself. And the thing that we're learning since I got into sessions with her is to trust myself, right? Because trust in myself builds confidence. Trust in myself just led me to so many beautiful paths that I want in my life. And I was like, I don't trust my body, I don't trust my health, and that's why I'm not doing it, because I cannot finish it. And she was like, because like, do you ever read a book just to finish it? And when you just read a page, do you say, I have to finish it, or do you say, I read a page? And I was like, yes, you're right. You never said that. It's just like, you keep going, And what if you stop, or what if it's finished? Then, it's boring or whatever. I was like, yes, you're right. And she was like, the least thing you can actually do is to just log in and log out. That's something you do. That's something you start and then you finish. And she said, like, even if you get into a lesson, just one lesson, just if you like it, just find one lesson that you actually like. That is a big thing. And doesn't have to go every day. Just do it for one day, just one lesson, just one thing, just even logging in and logging out. And I was like, where have you been all my life? Where have you been all my life? Like, I was like, you're right, you know? And I was like, I have learned to be a go-getter, and I have learned all my life to beat myself up for not finishing things, for not doing things from start to finish. And I was like, you're right. I don't have to do it this way. And I just have to slow down and do it my way, do it the way I can and my body can. And she also told me, like, rest is an action. Rest is an action. And another thing, that a rest is not a reward. It's something that you require to have in this life. I'm like, where have you been all my life, bro? Just where have you been all my life? I really want to know. Like, where were you when this therapist that was fucking paying 90 freaking euros was pushing me so freaking hard in my body? And it's just all I wanted was softness, and I had no one but myself telling me, hey, this not works for us. Okay? Where have you been, bro? Like, this woman requires my nervous system and how my neuropathic fights are actually working. She said rest is an action. She's so true. Because to rest is a choice, which makes it actually an action. And then rest is not a reward. It's something that you require to have in this life. Rest is not just something you do just because you had a hard work. Rest is something that your body needs. And for people, I don't know where I stopped because I got interrupted, but for people who have learned all their lives or most of their lives to be perfect or to perform or to not rest and chill, that was so healing to hear. And just how her brain works, which was like, chill down. You just do this, the bare minimum, the most small thing that you can do, the thing that you can actually can just do, you know, the thing that you no matter what happens, you can keep doing, the thing that you are not, it's not going to ruin the discipline, right? I'm just so hot because, like, she could say, like most people say, like, you know, you need to be disciplined about it, and sometimes you really need to push yourself hard. But she was like, no, we're gonna do the thing that you can actually do, and you can stick to the plan. The smallest thing that you can do: sink in, log out. Choose one lesson that you actually like, just one freaking lesson. 45 minutes, or I don't know, like 30 minutes. Just stick to it. Just for a day in the week. Like, it doesn't matter if it's not every day, just for one day of the week, one lesson. Or if you cannot, just one action: log in, log out. That was enough for the day. And bro, I wish I had learned her sooner, but maybe I wasn't ready. But I'm ready now, and I'm just soaking in. I'm just soaking in this beautiful thing of feeling of having someone that gets you, and finally it just fits so beautifully to work with you. Like, I have never fitted in my life so beautifully with the person. Shout out to her. I just love her. I love her. She has a very beautiful account on TikTok, actually, for people who don't want to be in contact with their parents, and they actually help them. You know, she helps them, you know, feel secure. And, you know, there's like a little community of no contact people. And I'm going to put her TikTok down, you know, so you can check her out. I'm just honored. I'm grateful. I'm happy, you know. because I feel like I'm loved, or I feel like I'm seen. And a big part of my healing journey till now, and for the things that I've been through, which were really hard and tough, that I'm still, you know, healing from, is being seen, you know. And I'm being seen from a person that actually understands the details, remembers things, and chose to work with me with no pay. And I'm really happy for myself, because back in August, when we had financial problems, I had emotional, physical problems, everything, our whole world was falling apart. All the people said that I need to be on medication, or that I need to work with a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I told everyone that it just not works for me. I've tried for 2 to 3 years. None of that worked for me. Traditional therapy just does not work for me. And here we are. I found a person that just fits me so well. It just gets me, and is an intellectual and no like spiritual BS. Just an intellectual. It helps me in just so many ways. I'm going to actually share in other videos, but you know, if you stick to your voice, if you stick to your choice, if you stick to yourself, okay? If you stand out for yourself, and if you choose yourself, if you choose this little voice, this little self voice that said everybody is wrong, you know? If you just choose to be the yes in the whole world of no's, if you just choose what just sits with you and your body and your intuition, I swear to God, you won't lose. I swear to God, something better is going to happen for you. And to you, I never thought I would find a person that worked for me. I completely just let it go. I tell her, like, before you, after what my therapist did, I can trust no one. I kind of just, I was really, really let down. And, I just really flowed, like I failed the form. I was like, whatever happens, happens for me. And she popped up, and the exact person I wanted. Like, damn, when you say no to the things that are not for you, the things that are for you will show up. I swear to God. And there's always the right timing. I just want you to know that this comes from my personal experience, and from a person that I'm really, sometimes it's real difficult for me to trust the flow. Sometimes it's real difficult for me to trust that something is better for me out there, just sometimes it's real difficult for me to believe in good things, but good things happen, okay? They happen all the time. It's just, we have to pay attention to them. So, I'm Jana. Thank you for tuning into my channel. And if you like my content, it would be great to subscribe, share, like, and comment. I really like comments. Okay, so just make sure to comment if you feel like it. And just thanks for tuning in. It's a blessing to have you here. It's just a blessing to be here, so thank you.